Friends, it's Rose from rosesimonelli.com and Purple Lotus Health and Wellness. I'm really excited because today I get to introduce you to one of my favorite chiropractors, Dr. Michelle Johnson. If you're looking to get healthy in 2021, please subscribe to my channel because I am bringing you all kinds of ways to get going. No more excuses. Here. I am so excited today. I get to introduce you to my new friend, Dr. Michelle. I always thought when I was a young girl, I'd grow up to be her. She does so many amazing things. She is a chiropractor, but has so many tools in her tool belt. It isn't just come in and give you an adjustment and bye-bye. She really pays attention to what's going on when she is working on you. So here she is today, Dr. Michelle. This is everybody, and I'd like you just to give us a brief overview of all the different tools you have in your arsenal.
Yes, well, as you say, I'm a chiropractor, which for me is a broad umbrella or inclusive of many holistic types of healing, beginning with Crainiosacral, which is a very nice way of orienting the brain and the body together in a passive, relaxed, natural way. I also use acupuncture. I use the principles from acupuncture in my treatments, whether I'm using acupuncture as the treatment or not, because the principles of acupuncture show us how all the parts of the body are related, the different functions and systems of the body, and that's also a kind of way of looking at functional medicine. So functional medicine, acupuncture, kinesiology, which is the muscle testing, and reflexology, and craniosacral.
Okay, well what about this Feldenkrais thing?
So Feldenkrais is a somatic therapy that uses movement, small movements that adjust different parts of the body to the whole, as if we're 5 lines, a central line, our legs, our arms, and our head, and we're all aligned with gravity in a way that allows us to balance properly without force, without muscular contraction.
I think you said you do another, maybe it was the kinesiology.
Kinesiology is often called muscle testing, but it's a reflex analysis of the different functions of the body and what might be missing, what might be lacking for proper function.
Now, I might understand this correctly, but with kinesiology, I believe you can ask the body certain questions and do muscle testing on your patient and get answers without them giving you an answer. You muscle test for that answer.
Yeah, it's a kind of interpretation of body language or body information. So our brain and our nervous system run all the organs of the body, and through knowing the meridians and the different ways that the functions interact and interrelate, you can find a weak spot, a missing piece, and you can provide nutritional support often. Sometimes it's emotional support. Sometimes it's finding an old trauma or an injury and relieving the stress around that allows the body to function normally.
That is so interesting. What is there a difference between functional medicine and holistic medicine?
Functional medicine is usually used to mean nutritional medicine, but using the whole body systems as the reflection of the weakness, rather than, say, using there are also tests that you can do, lab tests and blood tests. In my realm, we use the muscle test to find where is that functional depletion. So in acupuncture we say depletion or excess. We try to even out those high spots and bring everything into equanimity or homeostasis.
Okay, that all sounds so interesting, and I know you've helped me with nutritional, and I believe that we did use the kinesiology. Now, so functional medicine falls under the umbrella of holistic medicine?
Yes, holistic medicine probably covers everything, and so many people do things that don't even have names under the holistic medicine umbrella.
Okay.
But at least if you start with chiropractic, nutritional, or functional medicine, you have some broad strokes for what you're covering. And then there's energy medicine, which acupuncture falls under that category as well.
Okay.
Electromagnetic is the energy systems that operate the body.
Right. If you all are looking to get healthy and are unsure of where to go, you can comment down below and I'll do my best to help point you in the right direction. I believe that baby steps are always best, but I understand some people don't know where to start. When you have a new client, and I hate to say it, they're a mess, do you do an initial intake evaluation for them? Would that be your first appointment?
Yes, and often just by talking about, we call it a history, consultation, by talking about the past events or experiences that a person has had that contribute to their ill health or their wellness, one or the other, we can find a path. We can follow a path back to the time when whatever happened shifted the balance. And there will be many times, and there will be threads that we'll follow. And at times we'll be using what's called physical medicine. We'll be using the movement or the touch. At other times we'll be using nutritional medicine, or we'll be using energy, emotional types of support.
I know for myself, I do not enjoy taking medication. For me, food is medicine. So sugar, caffeine, and I guess for some people, dairy. Certain foods, certain bodies should just totally avoid.
Yes, and as you're talking about that, I realize I haven't mentioned the spiritual angle on healing. Because when we have an attitude or a certain idea about our lives or our relationships, very often that will block our healing, and that has to come into the mix as well. So there are many ways of accessing what we're thinking that's making us sick.
And our body does tend to follow our brain, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's a continual feedback loop.
Everything is connected.
And I should mention too, with the Feldenkrais method, that includes all of the above. That has an input from the brain, an input from the body. There's a feedback loop that tells your brain when you're moving where the restrictions are, what needs to happen to release that tension, and that can get us going towards removing long-term pain, long-standing conditions, neurologic conditions, MS, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's disease, or just concussion.
It's amazing all that you do. How long have you been in this?
I've been in this 35 years plus. I have to stop and count. And each time I find a new system or a new way of working, I incorporate that. So I don't leave anything behind, but I bring it all together and integrate to see what's going to be useful to which person at what time.
And that makes so much sense. I appreciate you, and I thank you for listening.